this report by our health correspondent Laurie Yates does contain some images of surgery.
It's a day that Vanessa has waited 4 long months for. The operation to remove a faulty implant from her body. Vanessa, a promotions model, had PIP implants put in 2004. Last October, the pain began.
The pain was excruciating. Once it started, I think kind of setting off for a run just triggered everything off.
An ultrasound then showed one of Vanessa's implants had ruptured inside her. She went back to the company who'd fitted them, Surgicare, in Manchester. She said she was told she would have to pay full price all over again, something they have refused to comment on.
Oh, angry, disappointed, let down. Where do I go next? Who do I get answers from? Just not enough support.
Tell me, can you feel anything sharp on you?
Finally, on the recommendation of a friend, she's come here to a private clinic in Preston. Under local anaesthetic, she'll be awake for the entire procedure. The operation to remove and replace Vanessa's implants will last less than an hour and a half. The clinic isn't making a profit, it's only covering its costs, something private surgeons across the country have been asked to consider doing for women with PIP implants by the British College of Plastic Surgeons.
It's out.
Oh, is it?
Slowly and carefully, the ruptured implant is removed. Broken into piece after piece, it's stained a bright yellow.
The shell feels brittle, and it's like an eggshell, and it's just broken into several pieces, with the actual fill free within the breast cavity.
Because that should have come out in one piece.
Yeah. I mean, I've taken plenty of implants out either for change of size, and the implants come out in one piece.
Once removed, both implants are replaced and the operation is quickly over.
Well, this is the implant that we took out from the right breast. Why would one rupture and one not? There's no rhyme or reason why. The important thing we know is that the capsule, which I'm holding now, of the PIP implant is of a poor quality than what we'd consider good standard. Any minor trauma to the chest, by playing sport, may lead to breach of that capsule.
This is the stuff that came out your right side.
And just minutes later, Vanessa comes face to face with what's been inside her.
That's shocking, isn't it? Hey?
Which is why I want to know why Vanessa was so determined to replace her implants.
I went up quite a few sizes, so my skin's then stretched. So then I would have had I'd feel funny or I'd look abnormal, whereas I got big skin with nothing to fill. And I know that these implants, they're going to be fine.
Vanessa's now set up a website offering advice and support to other women like her. Laurie Yates, BBC North West Tonight, Preston.
It really is quite astonishing to see that ruptured implant there. We're joined, as you can see, by Kevin Hancock, consultant plastic surgeon in Liverpool. It's made you a professor there, Kevin. Yes. Now, I mean, obviously the government here is saying that there is no increased chance of rupture with these PIP implants. But anybody watching that will be worried, won't they, if they've had them?
They will be, and I think quite rightly so, really, Ranveer, although it's very difficult to get data on all of this. Those of us who've been seeing patients with PIP implants certainly think that the rupture rate is much higher than we would expect with normal implants.
And can you assess whether, do you think that sort of, if you like, cowboy plastic surgeons have been using these?
Well, the majority of these have been put in by the commercial cosmetic clinics, and in those clinics the surgeon has very little say over what implant is used. They're very much told what they will and won't use by the clinic themselves.
I mean, what it does really highlight, this whole scandal, is how commonplace, almost trivialised, really invasive surgery has become in our society. It's advertised next to any other consumable product.
Well, that's quite right, Ranveer, which is why the British Association of Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons has today called for a ban on this sort of advertising, putting it into the same bracket as tobacco and other things.
And you've been offering advice to women who perhaps have turned to their GP, been turned away for scans, have gone to their private clinic, they've said, no, we're not going to do it free of charge. What is the advice to women?
Well, I've seen a large number of patients with this problem, Ranveer, and one of the difficulties is just getting information, because obviously a lot of GPs are not aware of these problems, and a lot of the private clinics have been refusing to talk to patients. Some of them have even been charging them to get any sort of information at all. I think the main thing at the moment is that these ladies shouldn't panic. This is not a life and death emergency, and that we do have some time to consider what's going on and make the right decision for them. But certainly they do need to be seen by a plastic surgeon and assessed, and quite a few of them will also need to have some sort of scan to assess whether the implant has ruptured or not.
Okay, thank you very much for that information. That is Kevin Hancock, a consultant plastic surgeon based in Liverpool there.